Well, the wind was obviously blowing, eh? Hey everybody, how's it going? Cierra and I just got back from my parents' place. We were there for a couple of days. We were gonna come back yesterday, but we just had a big snowstorm. So we ended up kind of getting stuck there for an extra night because the roads were bad. But yeah, we got about 8 inches of fresh snow. So we're getting the place warmed up here, and then I gotta start doing some snow removal. So with these panels, I had talked about putting them on the porch roof now that that's done, but in that spot gets really good sun, of course, but I think it'll kind of ruin the look of the cabin. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna take these, I have 4 other panels as well, so that'll give us 800 watts, and I'm gonna move all this stuff to the other side of the cabin and angle it south, of course. It's facing south right now, but I'm gonna move it to the other side of the cabin and then build a nice mount this spring. But that's actually a pretty decent project because I'll have to get more wire, and then obviously I can't have the wire, you know, on top of the ground, so I'm gonna have to trench that in, which isn't too bad, but it's definitely gonna be a little more work than it seems, you know. But yeah, we'll see. I might put them here by the raised beds. Could go over here in this open area. It'll be definitely be a nice little project. So about a couple weeks ago, I had to run to town and get a new generator because the Predator generator finally didn't start one day. We've gotten a ton of use out of this Predator generator. This is like the one that you buy from Harbor Freight. It's basically, it's like a Honda knockoff, but I love this thing. I mean, if you're looking to get a generator, I couldn't recommend it enough. Yeah, like I said, we had it for about 5 years, and this thing has thousands of hours on it. And yeah, never gave us any issues ever. Just routine maintenance is all I've ever done to it. Oil changes, and that's pretty much it. It's getting pretty beat up. This thing will still run too. It just needs to be gone through. It needs a lot of TLC. You know, like I only have this much pull cord left. But little things like that, you know, with a little bit of work, we'll get this thing running again. But I wanted to get a new one anyways because I figured it's not a bad idea to have a backup. So we got one of these Champion generators. I paid $279 for it, and it's a little bit smaller. I think this one is, yeah, this one's 1,500 starting watts, 1,200 running watts, and then I think this one's 2,000 starting watts, and then 1,800 running watts maybe. Does it say on here? Oh, 1,600 running watts. So this one is a little smaller, but I love it so far. Had it for, yeah, a couple weeks, I'd say. Starts first pull every time. If you do get a generator, if you are going to get a new generator, there is a break-in period with these. So you have to change the oil after, like, can't remember what it is. Just read your owner's manual. It's an important step. And if you follow everything in your owner's manual, your generator will last a really long time if you take care of it. So anyways, we'll see how this thing does long term. These have really good reviews. A lot of people that live off grid have these. I thought about getting the bigger one, but the bigger one was, you know, a couple $100 more, and we don't really need it. I mean, this thing is, it's a small generator, you know, only being 1,200 running watts, but that's more than enough to run a cabin. And we just use this to top off our batteries, you know. But with the fridge and some outlets and lights, I mean, this is plenty for that, you know. If you're not running furnaces and a bunch of stuff, you don't really need much. Anyways, I thought I'd share that with you because if you're gonna do, you know, go off grid or have solar power or something, you're gonna want a generator, and I've owned two now. So yeah, so far I can't really say much about this one since we've only had it for a couple weeks. So far so good. This Predator one, I beat the crap out of this thing, man. This thing has been through hell. So it is about the time that we're going to get our baby chicks, and I think this year we really want to do some meat chickens. And so with that, I don't know how many for sure we're going to do yet, but we are going to have a chest freezer running almost all the time if we're going to do the meat chickens. You know, the chest freezer is going to be full. And so anyways, I wanted to look into seeing if it would be more economical to just get grid power rather than the solar power. So after talking to the power company and finding out what it would cost to get power in here and everything, it is by far better for us to just get more solar panels, you know, because we already have the batteries, we already have some solar. If I'm going to move the solar panels over here, I'm going to need to get more wire, and that's not cheap. And then, yeah, I mean, we'll probably get, right now we have 800 watts total, and I want to get more. I'd like to double that at least this year and see what that does for us. Because like I said, with the meat chickens and, you know, with hunting and everything, like it is absolutely going to be a must that we have the chest freezer. So anyways, it's solar power has come down a lot in price. You know, when I first like went off grid and stuff, it was expensive. I mean, just a 100 watt solar panel was pretty spendy, and it's really affordable now. Or it's becoming much more affordable. So if you're looking to go, you know, live rurally and you're trying to decide, oh, do we want to do the solar thing or go, you know, or get grid power or what, I would just call the power company, find out what it would cost you to get it on site, and then look at, you know, solar power systems, because it's probably going to be about a wash either way. And with solar power, of course, you'll never have an electric bill, and you're just in charge of everything. You're kind of your own little power plant. So anyways, it was interesting to see what it would cost. And we have like power poles that go right by our property. So we would be an easy one, you know, like there's nothing crazy. It wouldn't be a big deal to get it in here at all. And it was still, you know, thousands of dollars. So yeah, we're just going to upgrade our solar system a little bit more. Beautiful morning on the homestead. Well, all right, that's about going to do it for this one. This is an exciting time of year because we're about to get our baby chicks as well. I think those come in the end of March. And this year we're going to do meat chickens. I think we're going to try to do about 20 of them. And we're not going to see, those aren't all going to be for Cierra and I. My dad wants a few, and then I know somebody else that's interested in some too. So we might get, I don't know, maybe more than 20. We'll see for sure, depending on what some orders are. But with that means we're going to have to build our new chicken coop once the snow's out of here. And then I don't know what we're going to get for laying hens this year. We definitely want to get, yeah, I don't know, at least 12, 15, maybe more than that. We will see. So we'll have the chicken coop build coming up. And then in about a month, it'll be time to start our seeds for this year's garden. And then we're going to take down more of these trees. You know, I did some clearing here last spring, but we're going to kind of expand this way and then back towards the log cabin workshop back there. And the reason we want to expand a little bit is I want to see if I can't establish a little bit of a hay field. Because Cierra and I don't know if it's going to be this year. Well, it's probably going to be this year, but it won't be until midsummer probably. We do want to get goats and maybe a couple sheep. So, you know, Cierra and I, neither of us grew up farming or homesteading. So, you know, we're learning all this as we go. And, you know, little by little, every year we're trying to, you know, our goal is to expand a little more every year, a little more every year. And so, you know, we're going to expand the garden this year, do more canning, and then try to introduce, like I said, you know, we've had chickens before, but do some goats and some sheep. So with the goats and sheep, you know, if that goes well this year, then we'll get maybe a few more animals next year and just kind of keep expanding until we're as self-sufficient as we can possibly be. You know, that's the goal. So we're just kind of learning as we go. Like I said, taking it year by year and just trying to grow as we can. So we're kind of waiting for all this snow to melt now. We kind of had a major setback, but it'll melt. Summer will come eventually, right? It always does. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys on the next video.